Doing a crime is not easy nowadays. There's 1001 things that make sure you get caught. There's DNA testing, mobile phones, more witnesses, more CCTVs, more everything to make sure whatever you do, you will not escape. But back in the day it wasn't like that. You could get away with doing a killing if you knew how to do it properly. But to be fair, you can still do it today, you just have to be way more careful. Here are 5 different mysterious killings that happened in the past and we still have not found the killers yet. And one of them is on the back wall. I don't know if you can see. Jack the Ripper. Spoiler alert. And let's get into this one. What do you think makes a serial killer truly terrifying? Right? Because they kill people without reason to do so. Some of them have motivation that may be right to them, but not to the public. They may have been abused as a child, or maybe they didn't like the world they grew up in, and they turned to evil. And maybe they're innocent in their eyes. Most of the time they're always innocent in their eyes anyway. Number 5. The Zodiac Killer. I could make a whole video on each of these persons, by the way. Let me know if you do want to see the long form of them. I'm just going to keep it like a brief of each one of them. The Zodiac Killer terrorized North California in the late 1960s and the early 1970s. And he is believed to have at least killed 5 people. And he claimed he killed a dozen more. The things that made him really infamous were letters. There were cryptic letters that were sent to the police. And he sent coded messages to newspapers. And on these letters he threatened police. And he threatened further violence. One of his ciphers was solved decades later though. But many of his messages still, to this day, remains unsolved. Over the years, investigators suspected so many people. Including school teachers, veterans, teachers, so many different people. And one of the things that made it more difficult is that a lot of people sent fake letters to the police claiming they were the Zodiac Killers, but they weren't actually the Zodiac Killers. More than 50 years later, he still have not been caught. He still remains one of the biggest mystery ever. He might have died by now, he might still be living in somewhere, we never know. Number 4, Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper case, there you go. In 1888, people were scared in the streets of London. People are scared in the streets of London today. But imagine back then. And it was through the Whitechapel district of London. A brutal killer, and he only aimed for women. He killed 5 different women, which later became known as Canonical 5. And we only know that at least 5 murders, by the way. Not the whole thing. His killing method was so gruesome, he even shocked some of the investigators. The press received mysterious letters from Jack the Ripper. One of them even had a sign that said Jack the Ripper. It was claimed the people he killed were prostitutes. Why did he do it? We don't know. Maybe he didn't like them. Maybe they rejected him. We don't know. Yet despite more than a century of investigation, he's still not been caught. He's still not caught. He's long dead by now, but he wasn't caught when he was alive. A lot of people were suspected, but none of them even confirmed who it was. Number 3. The Long Island Killer. What do we usually see in beach? We see people playing. But over the years, authorities found body parts along Ocean Parkway near Long Island, New York. Also, like the last one, many of the women who were involved were escorts. Prostitutes. Now the killer this time was careful. He made sure he was not gonna get caught. He made sure it was hard to trace him. There were some arrests that may have connected to the person to the killings, but nothing is confirmed yet. They don't know if it's a single person or if it's a multiple people killing them. You've probably seen the Dexter story. I think in Dexter was just like the same plot, I think. The Long Island Killer. I forgot what it actually called. You've probably seen Dexter though. You know the meme. On to the next one. Number 2. The Monster of Florence. Between 1968 and 1985, a killer targeted only couples in secluded areas in Florence. The murderer attacked a young couple in certain parts of the area, leaving disturbing remains behind. The crime quickly spread a panic among the people and became one of the largest criminal investigations in Italy. Several suspects were arrested over the years, and some individuals are convicted due to related crimes. We don't know the motivation behind him. Maybe again, he got rejected by a woman. Maybe he got insecure. One of the dangerous things, insecure. And maybe he'd never want to see a couple happy again. And he started attacking random people, especially young couples. That's just my theory, I don't know. But let me know what you think. To this day, he's still not caught yet. Number 1. The Dodler. This is a weird one. In the 1970s, a killer preyed upon men in San Francisco. Before attacking the victims, he would usually approach them in a bar, speak with them, have a laugh with them, and he would usually sketch them, which earned him the name the Dodler. This is kind of similar to Jeffrey Dahmer, if you've seen Jeffrey Dahmer show as well. Authorities believe he may have murdered at least 14 people in his time. Several people did manage to escape him and managed to give descriptions to the police. However though, a lot of people were hesitant to hesitant to testify. Because back in the day, being gay is a bigger stigma than what it is today. So they were scared if they go out in public, they would know they are gay. So they were reluctant to testify against him. As a result, the investigation was stalled again and again. Despite all the effort and DNA evidence, the killer's not been identified yet. Some left behind clues, some did not. Some, I guess, wanted the fame. They obviously wanted people to talk about them. They probably got high during it. Imagine if you're one of the killers, right? If you're gonna leave behind a clue, you're gonna want people to talk about them. And you want to get famous. You want people to talk about you. So one of the probably best ways is to ban him from media, even though it may be immoral. If you ban the person from media who wants attention, then obviously you're gonna want to try to kill more. The more of a chance. But you have to be very careful though. If you give him more of a chance, if you agitate him more, he might kill before you catch him. But that's all I have for today. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe.